Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Isaiah chapters 5 through 8. These chapters continue with Isaiah's prophetic charge with this blend of poetry and some parable, some warning, and some hope. These chapters are going to continue to expose the deep-rooted injustice and pride found in Judah, introducing Isaiah's own calling and beginning to unveil the coming Emmanuel, God with us, the greatest king the world would ever see. All right, let's look at chapter 5. Isaiah opens with a parable. God lovingly planted a vineyard, known as Israel, expecting good grapes, but it produced only wild, bitter fruit. Despite his care, the people rejected his justice and his righteousness. Then Isaiah delivers 6 woes to highlight the sins corrupting Judah. Greedy land acquisitions, pleasure and indulgence over God, mocking God's judgment, moral confusion, calling evil good, prideful self-wisdom, and corrupt leadership and justice. God warns of judgment by foreign nations, and the chapter ends in this dark moment. It says in verse 25, his anger is not turned away and his hand is stretched out still. Think of like a backhand almost. In chapter 6, this is one of the most iconic scenes in Scripture. Isaiah sees the Lord seated on his throne, high and exalted. You hear the angels, the seraphim, crying out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." Overwhelmed by God's holiness and his own sin, Isaiah cries out in chapter 6, verse 5, "Woe is me." But God sends one of these angels, these seraphim, to touch his lips with a burning coal and declares that he is forgiven. Then God asks, "Whom shall I send?" And Isaiah boldly responds, "Here I am, send me." Isaiah is commissioned to preach even though the people won't listen. His message will harden hearts and confirm judgment, but a holy seed, a remnant, will remain. Chapter 7 is dealing with the days of King Ahaz of Judah. There's a war that's looming. The kings of Israel and Syria plan to overthrow him. Ahaz is terrified, but God sends Isaiah to assure him. God offers Ahaz a sign. Ahaz is in false piety refuses, so God gives him the sign anyway. This is the whole virgin shall conceive and give birth to a son. While the prophecy has an immediate fulfillment in Isaiah's day, it also points forward to Jesus, born of a virgin, God with us. Now moving to chapter 8, Isaiah's own son, Mahar-shalal-Hashbaz, we don't need to worry about this pronunciation there, is a living prophecy of Assyria's rapid invasion. God warns of the waters of Assyria, how they will flood into Judah because the people have rejected God's gentle stream. The chapter ends in darkness yet again, as people will look to the earth and see only distress, gloom, and anguish. Throughout all of it, God's promise remains. That's it for today. Be well, friends.